Hello, welcome to a new session, and I'm so excited to learn this new topic with you guys. And I'm happy to be here learning and exchanging views and ideas about law. We are going to discuss about jurisprudence and what is the meaning of jurisprudence, the relevance of jurisprudence to our modern society. Also, we are going to see the Western tradition of jurisprudence, and also we are going to discuss about the school of jurisprudence, which is natural law school of jurisprudence and positivist school of jurisprudence. When we are asking ourselves what is the meaning of jurisprudence, first of all, we have to understand that there are various of scholars who have been trying to define the meaning of jurisprudence, and there is no standable definition of jurisprudence or acceptable standable meaning of jurisprudence. Various have been trying to define jurisprudence as a science of law, or others have been define jurisprudence as philosophy of law. And when we are looking at it etymology, we can say that jurisprudence is a knowledge of law. Why are we saying that? Because the word jurisprudence is a combination of two Greek words, the jury and the prudentia. Juris meaning the law, and prudentia meaning the knowledge or the skills. So you can say that it is the skills or it is the knowledge of law. So one can say that it is a study dealing with the law. But there are people who are trying to associate the jurisprudence with science and with philosophy. They're saying that according to science, they are saying that jurisprudence is science because it deals with the investigation, systematic investigation of laws. How do we make law? How do we interpret law? The procedures are systematical. Though there are some criticism that we cannot say that jurisprudence is science because it does not follow those principles of science like how we found in chemistry, physics, or mathematics, because there is no numbers, there's no formulas or principles that we are going to learn while we are studying the law. But they are saying that the systematical studying of law, that is what makes jurisprudence a science. But those who are saying that jurisprudence is philosophy of law, they are arguing that it is developing ideas about philosophy, trying to know where does law come from, the relationship between law and morality, the relationship between law and religion, the source of law, who makes law, and why do we need law in the society. So studying jurisprudence will enable students to be equipped well, to have a knowledge and deep understanding of various laws. Why are we making law every day in our modern society? And we can see the necessity of having law in our society to guide us, to give us direction where do we want to go. And also when we talk about philosophy, we're trying to find out philosophy, as the word philosophy means the wisdom or love of knowledge. In ancient era or in a historical era, we could find out that there are some of people did not know where our universe originated from. They were trying to speculate what made this universe, who made us, who made human beings, who made plants, who made all these things to appear. So in philosophy, we can find some branches of philosophy such as metaphysics, which is beyond physical appearance, and also we can see there is epistemology, which is the branch of philosophy dealing with the knowledge. And also we can also study about this trend of jurisprudence. We can see there's trend of jurisprudence. There are two trends of jurisprudence. There's materialist trend of jurisprudence and also there's idealist trend of jurisprudence. When we are saying materialist trend of jurisprudence, these are arguing that knowledge comes first from the material. then follow the spirit or follow the reasoning. So a human being first seeing a matter, an object, then he thinks of it, then he gain knowledge from that what he sees. So according to this materialist, they are saying that matter is the primary source of knowledge. And when we are speaking of idealists, their argument, they are basing that the primary spirit or their primary source of knowledge is spirit, meaning the reasoning, the rationale. So these two trends of jurisprudence, they are trying to oppose each other. One said that what is primary is the spirit, that one has to reason, and then from that reasoning he gained the knowledge, then they produce a matter. But we can also learn from this materialist trend of jurisprudence. They say that once you see something, then you develop idea, and you get knowledge to that thing. And another thing that I wanted to share with you today is about Western tradition philosophers. These are ancient philosophers which originate from Greek or from Greece. These are like Thales, and also there is Anaximander, there is Anaximenes, and also there is Pythagoras. These are ancient philosophers who were trying to explain the world. Where do we come from? Are we coming from water, just like how Thales says that everything comes from water, because even a man himself is a moisture, and his thought is that whoever made the universe must be a farmer. So he was trying to figure out the origin of the world, where does the world come from. And also there is this Anaximander who was trying to argue that there is opposite force that is existing. There is a force of hot and cold, there is wet and dry, that everything evolved from these two motions, come from these two motions. But there is this Anaximenes who is arguing that every human being or everything existed from air. It is from the air that all things come from. All things comes from. So these are the ideas that these people we are speaking of. And next session or next episode, we will talk about this Western tradition more, and we are going to see about the sophists, and we're also going to see anti-sophists. These anti-sophists are like Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, and Cicero. And also the sophists are example Protagoras, Hippias, there is Thrymachus, and also there's Calliscus. Thank you.